We're going to go over the 4-step process to fix your over-the-top swing for good. This isn't another quick tip that works for one bucket of balls and then disappears. What I'll show you will solve the root cause of your problems. And by the end, you'll know exactly how to stop coming over the top and why it was happening. Before we get into the 4 drills, we're going to do a brief overview of what over the top is and what the root cause is. Over the top basically just means, so your hands go back on one line, and when you go over the top in the downswing, they go over on this side of the way that your hands went on the backswing. Basically, you go here, and then you go over the top, and then from there, swinging very down and left, and you're probably hitting a slice or a pull. Rather, what we want is for our hands, let's say they go back on this line. If over the top is this, you don't have to be like way under it, but just similar. Hands go back and down on a very similar line, and then the club will be in a much better spot and swing much more down the line rather than over the top and swiping across it. Generally, the root cause of why you're coming over the top is because you're trying to square the face with your body rather than with your arms. If you're coming over the top, you're trying to square it with your body. What that means, I go to the top, and if I don't do anything with my arms and I just turn regularly and my hands come down on a very similar path, the face will be open and you'll hit slices. What you learn to do is you come to the top, you still don't know what to do with your arms, like how to shut the face, so you use your body to shove everything over the top, but now you can see the face is much more shut. So you've shut the face, but you've made the path way off, and it's just going to cause a lot of problems. What you need to do is learn how to shut the face, and that's what we're going to work on, especially in drill 1. Before we get to drill 1, let's get a good grip, because if we have a bad grip, it'll be much harder to shut the face. With the left hand, I want it more in the fingers. I don't want it in the palm. When it's in the fingers correctly, this heel pad should be able to be on top of the grip. And if I do this correctly, I can bounce this up and down very easily. When it gets too much in my palm, and I try and bounce it up and down, it would fall out. When it's too much in the palm, it's much more easily going to stay open and be harder for you to shut it. You'll get it in the base of your fingers, heel pad on top, and drop it down. When you look down, you're going to see 2 knuckles. I don't want to see none. Then it would make it so the face is very open and it would be very hard to shut the face. Or I don't want to see all 4 knuckles. You would think this would make it much more easy to shut the face, but really what happens, for some people it is, but generally it's so shut that people just have to open the face in the downswing. 2.5 knuckles is the perfect amount where we don't have to work too hard to shut it, but also it's not so shut that we actually have to open it in the downswing rather than being aggressive and shutting the face. With the right hand, and the right hand grip is just the palm versus the club face. It's where they point in relation to each other. Right now, the palm and the club face are pointing in the same direction. When I grip it then, this creates a V. This V right now is about at my collarbone. For right now, make sure that this V, whether it's straight at your collarbone or a little bit closer to your neck or at your shoulder, just somewhere in here. I don't want an extremely strong grip or an extremely weak grip. Drill number 1, we're going to learn how to shut the face with our arms. The only training aid you need is some kind of stick that you can put in the ground, so it's going to help us swing under it. There's 2 different feelings you can use to shut the face, and you can use both if you want. First one, right now put your arm across here with your top of your hand pointed up, and then roll your forearm over so that the logo of your glove will be pointing at the target. This shuts the face. If I were to just pull and this logo still points towards the camera, the face would be open. So if I'm here and I roll and point this at the target, face is shut. If I just pull it, this is pointed towards you, and so is that. To practice that, you could do left arm only swings where you even hit the ground where the toe is pointed towards the target. This is extremely shut, but if you're leaving it open currently, it's okay to overdo it. The other feeling you could have with your right hand is just feeling like this right wrist extends through. If I go through and I never extend my wrist, you'll see the face is very open. If I now just use my arms and I extend this wrist, you'll see, 1, you're going to get more speed. You can see the club head is moving. Also, it shuts the face. You'll play with 2 things, this arm rolling over and this wrist extending. Now that you know how to shut the face, we're going to do drill 1. You're going to put this stick here. My ball is right here, so this is about a foot outside of the target line, and it's about a foot away from me. And it's about a foot outside my foot. So it's about right there. The reason that we use this is when we go over the top and use our body, we get very steep and left. If we did that here, you'd hit the stick. So our goal is going to be to shut the face by either using our left arm or our right arm and swinging under this and hitting the ball. And the goal is to turn the ball over from right to left. Feet are going to be pretty close so that you can't use your body and you can't go over the top. And it's just going to allow you just to use your arms. Now with only using your arms, you're going to shut the face and swing under this and turn the ball over. It doesn't have to be very far. It doesn't have to be a whole lot of effort. You'll start slow and you'll speed up as you get more confident with this. You can overdo it. You could hit snap hooks where it's turning over left super hard. In a perfect world, you do this drill, swinging under the stick, shutting the face with the arms, clipping balls off a tee until you hit 12 out of 15, turning over right to left. If you're struggling with hitting this stick, even though we've put your feet together so you can't use your body much, just do some left arm only swings. It's very hard to go over the top when you're just swinging your left arm only. And you're gonna feel like the club is going much more around you rather than kind of up and steep. It's gonna be much more around, left arm only, to help with your path. Now that we know how to shut the face with our arms instead of having to excessively use our body, we're gonna go to drill 2. Drill 2 is setup. We've already started with our grip. Now we're just gonna add the other pieces that will make it really easy for us to not go over the top. From this view, we're gonna look at two things. We're gonna have a tilt here and a tilt of the shaft forward. You can put a little stick in front of you just so you have a reference point. I want you to feel like your hips or your belt buckle is slightly ahead of the stick and my shirt buttons are slightly on this side. This tilt will make it much more easy to swing out to the right, as when we come over the top, we swing too much to the left. Now with the shaft, you're gonna do the same thing. It needs some tilt. The grip is gonna be on this side of the shaft. So we have the grip and the belt buckle slightly ahead of this stick and our chest slightly behind. So a tilt this way and a tilt this way. Neither of these tilts have to be excessive. Just a little bit of each will put you in a really good spot. From this view, we're gonna look at two things. When we look at our arms from this view, I don't wanna see your left arm under your right. If you do that, it's gonna make it easy, again, to swing down and to the left. I want you to see one arm. My left arm is hidden behind my right, or even my left arm is slightly above my right. This is going to encourage more of a out to the right path, which is the complete opposite of over the top. Last thing we'll do, if I was here, you can see both my feet are square to the target. What I'm going to do is drop my right foot back slightly. When I do that, I'm not thinking anything different. I'm just going to make a swing. It's automatically going to make your path more to the right. Now that we know how to set up properly and how to shut the club face with our arms rather than our body, we're going to work on drill 3. Drill 3 is sway gap. At setup, we talked about the sternum or the shirt buttons being behind our belt buckle. So this is behind. This would be ahead, closer to the target. We just want to keep that throughout the swing. If I start this way and I turn to the top and I still have a very similar tilt, in the downswing, it's going to be very easy for me to swing out to the right. When over the top people do this, they fire their chest too early because they're trying to close the club face with their body. This gets ahead of this and it can cause a bunch of inconsistent problems and also, again, a path to the left. The sway gap will also make a very big difference in how you visually see your arms from a down the line view. So if I go over the top and my chest goes way forward, it looks like my hands go way out this way, where in reality, your hands are actually in a really good spot. It's just that my chest moved in a weird position, which made it look like it goes way out that way. If I have my arms relative to my body in the same spot, so this is me over the top versus in a good spot, it looks like my arms are in a completely different spot. And they are from this view, but relative to where they are in relation to my body, it's in the same spot. So we don't have to work on dropping our arms. We'll get that in a better spot by just having our chest behind our hips throughout the swing. Our drill for this, you're gonna start with a little bit of sway gap, shirt buttons behind our belt buckle. We're gonna turn to the top. We're gonna have a very similar amount of this tilt. A couple feels that you can try. Get your sternum. It's gonna feel like your sternum's over your right foot, or that your left shoulder goes more across you. This is gonna have this tilt here, and then the downswing, you don't really have to think about it. If you get it good at the top, generally it's pretty good through the ball. You can do that drill to make your sway gap better, getting that chest behind your hips. And then you can also add it to drill 1. So it's the exact same thing, except now our feet are a little bit farther apart. We're gonna swing under this and shut it with our arms, but we're also gonna keep our chest behind our hips. So you'll combine the sway gap drill with the close it with the arms drill. So this would be a good way to do it. And if I did it a bad way and the chest goes forward, you're probably just gonna hit the stick. Just rep it out, keeping shirt buttons behind belt buckle, and your path will be in a much better spot, and your arms closing the face will get the face in a much better spot. Finally, for drill 4, we're just gonna make this all a little bit more fluid. We're gonna do a step drill. Feet together, put the club towards the target slightly. You're gonna think step before I turn. To start, you're going to take a step and then move the club, and then somewhere around halfway back, you're gonna take another step while your hands continue to go back, and then you'll just swing through. This doesn't have anything to do with speed. It's just about becoming more fluid, more coordinated, and everything just to be a little bit smoother. So start slow, and as you get better, you can just speed it up. So again, club forward, step, then club goes, around halfway back, you'll step while you continue your backswing, and then you'll swing through. This is what it looks like a little bit faster. And you can work it all the way up to be pretty fast. The reason we do this is it's going to help with our sequence. That just means in the golf swing and the downswing, the hips go, and then the chest go, and then the arms go, and then the clubs go. And you have to do that if you're going to do the step drill correctly. When you come over the top, you almost get to the top, and then everything goes. So this will just make everything a little bit more segmented, a little bit more fluid, and help you be more down the line, if not swing a little bit more out to the right. So those are the 4 drills. With drill 1, we're shutting the face with our arms, trying to hit draws. Drill 2, we're working on our setup to make everything more likely that we will not come over the top and then also swing out to the right. Drill 3, we worked on sway gap, which is keeping our shirt buttons behind our hips throughout the swing, as when we come over the top, this gets ahead of this. And drill 4, we worked on a step drill to make our sequence better and also to make us more fluid and feel more athletic. Those are the 4 drills I'd follow to get rid of your over-the-top swing for good. This takes a different amount of time for different people. You could rep drill 1 for 2 weeks until you get it, and then start adding drill 2 and then 3 and then 4. Just make sure that you get the drill before you move on to the next one. Well, this is by far the most common way that I help people fix over the top. It could be happening for multiple reasons. If you want me to look at your swing and get personal lessons, you can look in the description to get online lessons.